needless to say, this is the dressing room of the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. And this has been Scully high atop the safety of a trunk, hoping to bring to you some of the men who brought Los Angeles another championship. In 1959, the Dodgers brought the championship to Los Angeles. In 1963, the Dodgers brought the championship to Los Angeles. And in 1965, they have done it again. We will meet some of those men just as soon as, let's say a little calm prevails. One of the toughest parts of the World Series was played right here in the dressing room, and maybe next time we'll have a camera here, as Jim Gilliam, who was so important in the victory, sat and watched the ninth inning on television. But here's the fella who gave the Dodgers the championship. Sandy, in Los Angeles, when you pitched your 7-0 shutout, you were quoted as saying after the game, "I feel 100 years old." So today, how do you feel?
101.
101.
I feel great, Vinny. I know I don't have to go out there anymore for about 4 months.
Sandy, it appeared from upstairs that your fastball was really your only pitch for quite some time.
Yes, it was. I don't know what it was today. I didn't have the curveball at all, and I wasn't getting it over, and I just stayed with the fastball and tried to get it in pretty good spots, and when I got the lead, I tried to keep him from pulling the ball if I could.
When Jim Gilliam sat here in the ninth inning and watched you on television, he turned and said to me, he looks like a fighter who has been hit and is now fighting on instinct. Is that over-dramatizing, or were you that tired?
No, I'll tell you, I feel like I was a little bit more tired in the last ball game I pitched here, and I know I was more tired the day we won the pennant against Milwaukee, but I think it was a lot hotter in Los Angeles, and the cool weather keeps you from tiring a little bit. I felt like my fastball the last 3 or 4 innings was as good or better than it was early in the ball game, which I really didn't expect on 2 days rest. I figured by the end of the ball game I'd have to go to the curveball.
Most veteran newspapermen around the ballpark were watching to see when you and Drysdale arrived which of the two had already shaved, because it's traditional that the pitcher with the beard is going to pitch. But you and Drysdale both came in unshaven. When did you find out you were going to pitch today?
Well, I found out when we got here. That's why neither of us were shaved.
Well, you didn't know until you got here?
No.
Now, tell me when you found out. Was it in front of the entire club?
Yeah.
Did the manager go over or what?
Yeah, Walt had a meeting, and he said that he thought he'd like to start the left-hander, and he had a reason for it. He said, if I have to make a switch, I'd rather go left, right, left, talking about Peronowski as his last man if he had to make 2 moves, then start the right-hander and go left. You don't change their lineup any when you do that.
Let's see. You've had 4 no-hitters, a perfect game. You have struck out 18. You have a World Series record of 15 in one game. Where does this one fit in as far as thrills are concerned?
I don't know, Vinny. This has got to be as high as any of them. This whole year was a thrill. We were a ball club that everybody said was going to finish 5th, and we lost Tommy Davis. They thought we were going to finish 8th. And we went on to win a pennant, and everybody did such a great job. Lou Johnson, who hit the home run today, he came up when Tommy got hurt and did a great job and carried us for the first 10 days to 2 weeks he was here. And I think that got us over the hump. Without Lou coming up and doing that great job right then, I think the whole ball club probably would have sagged a little bit.
Sandy, thank you so very much. And now go on back and sit down and relax a little while.
Thank you, Vinny.
Sandy Koufax, the man who hit the home run, who hit 2 home runs in the series, who was called way out by his teammates. Way out, Lou Johnson.
You're the greatest, Sandy. You're the greatest, baby.
Lou, did you know your home run hit the foul pole?
Well, I made my turn, Vinny, and as you know, momentarily I stayed at home plate to see whether the ball was going out. I knew it was hit good enough, but it was hooking so quick. And when I got to first base, I saw it bounce back, and then I knew no one had thrown it back in.
You know, you're a living storybook. You have played on 18 teams in 13 years. Were there times when you were going to quit?
That's true. It was this year, Vinny. This was going to be my last year if I hadn't got a chance to play in the major league. And I finally got a shot. I had a little luck. I capitalized on it, and here we are today, the world champions. And it's great, Vinny. It is really great. Actually, I want to cry, but it won't come out.
No,
I'm so happy.
Well, you just keep it in there because there'll be all laughter in here.
Okay, then I want to say one thing. I called my mother before the game. It was the first time I ever done a call her before a game, so she sent a prayer up for me. My family, I know they all was pulling for me, my wife and the kids, so this is it.
It was such a long time coming. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now
Thank
go on
you.
over and savor that victory.
Okay, then.
Lou Johnson, who hit the home run. There are so many, of course. We can see Don Drysdale over by the table.